So, Adam, we get a lot of questions and some nerves about the Civic Field Guides that we've been developing for the NCIA. So, in this three-part chat, we want to bust some myths, answer your concerns, and show you how our guide can really help you in your civic work.
Yeah, exactly, Lauren. One thing we've heard a lot from our beta launches, we can't possibly do all of this work. There's just too much of it. But I think here's the thing. The field guides really aren't a checklist of things that you have to tick off overnight. It's more like a roadmap with lots of flexible waypoints. They're designed to meet you where you are and then help you build lasting partnerships step by step.
No, I know. These waypoints capture what successful civic universities are already doing. So it's backed by evidence and real examples from the Civic University Network and the NCIA. And it's about making civic engagement central, not an add-on. So it's woven into strategy, to teaching, research, and into community partnerships.
And yes, we know this work is complex. We're absolutely not trying to simplify any of the work, which is why each of our waypoints is more like a gateway into deeper exploration. It's not just a sentence. It's a whole concept that sits behind that. It reflects the realities of the civic space, the challenges, the creativity, and the collaboration that's needed. And each of our 14 waypoints comes with 6 pieces of key equipment. These are really thoughtfully curated, incredibly helpful and insightful tools that will help and support you working through that concept and its application in your own setting.
So try to think of our guide as your companion to boost your civic impact, build your trust with your community and sustain your efforts, even when budgets are tight. So Adam, we did some user testing and a common pushback was that the field guide doesn't apply to my role. And firstly, I want to say we understand. Civic work sometimes just feels really siloed, really isolated, or like it's only for leadership.
But that's not how we see it. Civic engagement happens across a whole university and beyond the university. From researchers to student support staff, to estate teams, to the volunteers in our communities. These guides are really designed to show how every role can connect and contribute to that shared civic mission in a university.
Yeah, for instance, opening up university facilities to communities isn't just for your facilities manager. It's a way to share resources for mutual benefit and to build social capital. Embedding civic responsibility into procurement policies, for example, means everyone from finance to leadership plays a part.
Yeah, and the guide includes really practical advice on things like how to build equitable partnerships, how to share decision-making, or how to co-design initiatives with communities, because local partners are experts in their own lived experience. No matter what your role is in your institution, you can better connect with your place and build better relationships.
So our guide it helps break down silos and brings your institution together around those common goals, making your civic work authentic, shared, and most importantly, sustainable.
And as fellow civic practitioners, we do understand the fears. Budgets are tight, the work is risky sometimes, and it can feel like you're on your own.
Yeah, and here at the NCIA, we want to tell you that we do get it. That's why the guide doesn't pretend any of this is quick or easy. It offers a realistic path for building and sustaining what's called civic capitals. And what we mean by that is the people, building trust, the funding required, knowledge and passion, all of those things you need to make civic work thrive.
Yeah, it really encourages long-term commitment, trusting relationships and clear priorities so that your civic efforts aren't fragmented or left to individuals, but more embedded institutionally.
Plus, our guide encourages you to learn from your experiences so the work evolves with you and your community.
Yeah, we really hope everyone can explore the field guides and see them as a toolkit made for you. It's a way to connect, to create impact, and build the future of civic universities together. Before we finish, Laura, let's pause on something really important. If you've ever thought, civic work isn't really for my role, I don't think you're alone, but we're here to show you why that doesn't have to be the end of the story.
Yeah, definitely. The truth is, most people in universities are juggling packed workloads and have lots of competing priorities. It's completely normal to wonder how civic engagement is possible to fit in, But what's exciting is how many ways there are to start, no matter where you're starting from. So our field guide is designed for everyone, whether you've done anything like this before or if you're really experienced and you're leading a whole program.
Think of this as an invitation. The guide is built on real-world examples and approaches that work in busy, resource-stretched settings. It's not a wish list. It's practical ideas that anyone can adapt. Even small actions make a real difference to your places and communities. Who you talk to, what spaces you share, what questions you ask, it all adds up.
And importantly, you're not alone. One of the best things that I've found with the civic community is how open people are to supporting each other. They share advice, they team up across departments, and you might actually be surprised who's keen to collaborate, who's faced some of the same challenges as you, and who's found a way through those. So with our guide, you're part of a wider network with stories, tips and tools to boost your confidence and to spark those new connections.
And it's also true that resources can be tight. But civic work isn't about just extra funding alone. It's about using what you already have differently. It's about making your work visible. It's about finding allies who want the same things for your university and community. The field guide helps to reveal those new routes so your effort gets recognised and valued.
So if you ever feel isolated or unsure where to begin, we want you to know that experiences matter. You have got something unique to offer, and with the right tools and encouragements, small steps can create real lasting change.
We really hope that you'll use the field guide to explore, to experiment, and help shape what civic engagement can actually look like at your university.
So thanks for watching, and remember, these guides are meant to be your support system, not your critics. Let's bust those myths and get to work collaboratively.